Namaste बिटिया हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया myself Dr. Aarti in this series of lecture today's topic is some other type of arthritis. Before that we discussed about the OA and RA. Now the some rare type of arthritis are also there but they are important. So first is the suppurative arthritis. Infectious or suppurative arthritis is invariably an acute inflammatory involvement of the joint. Bacteria usually reach the joint space from the bloodstream, but other route of infection by direct contamination of an open wound or lymphatic spread may also occur. Immune compromised and debilitated patients are increasingly susceptible to suppurative arthritis. Morphologic features include the hematogenous infectious joint involvement is more often monoarticular rather than polyarticular. The large joint of the lower extremities such as the knee, hip, ankle, shoulder, sternoclavicular joints are particularly favored site. There may be formation of inflammatory granulation tissue and onset of fibrous adhesion between the opposing articular surfaces resulting in permanent ankylosis. Tubercular arthritis of the joint result more commonly from the hematogenous dissemination of the organism from the pulmonary and other focal focus of infection. Morphological features include the most commonly involved sites are the spine, hip joint, knee, less often other joints are affected. The tuberculosis of the spine is termed as spot spine and tuberculosis spondylitis. On general examination, the affected articular surface show deposition of gray-yellow exudate and occasionally tubercle are present. Microscopic examination show the synovium is studded with solitary and confluent caseating tubercle. The underlying articular cartilage and bone may be involved by extension of tuberculous granulation tissue and causes necrosis. Gouty and gouty arthritis. It is a disorder of purine metabolism manifested by the following features occurring singly or in combination. First is the increased serum uric acid concentration, hyperuricemia. And second is a recurrent attack of characteristics type of acute arthritis in which crystal of the monosodium urate monohydrate may be demonstrable in the leukocytes present in the synovial fluid. Aggregated deposits of monosodium urate monohydrate in and around the joint of the extremities. The renal disease involving the interstitial tissue and blood vessels. Uric acid nephrolithiasis. The disease usually begin in the third decade of life, affect the man more often than the female. A family history of the gout is present in fairly large proportion of the cases indicating role of inheritance in the hyperuricemia. Types in pathogenesis, hyperuricemia and gout may be classified into two types, metabolic and renal, each of which may be primary and secondary. Primary refers to the cases in which the underlying biochemical defect causing hyperuricemia is not known, while secondary denotes cases with known causes of hyperuricemia. Hyperuricemia of metabolic origin. This group comprises 10% of cases of gout which are characterized by overproduction of uric acid. The cases of primary metabolic gout include a number of specific enzyme defect in purine metabolism which may be either of unknown cause or are inborn errors of metabolism. The secondary metabolic gout is due to either increased purine biosynthesis or a deficiency of glucose 6-phosphate. Hyperuricemia of the renal origin. 90% of the cases of the gout are resulted from reduced renal excretion of the uric acid. The altered renal excretion could be due to the reduced glomerular filtration of uric acid or enhanced tubular reabsorption or decreased secretion. The causes of the gout of renal origin include diuretic therapy, drug-induced, which are including aspirin, pyrazinamide, nicotinic acid, ethambutol, ethanol, adrenal insufficiency, starvation, diabetic ketosis, and disorders of parathyroid and thyroid. Morphological features include acute gouty arthritis. This stage is characterized by acute synovitis triggered by precipitation of sufficient amount of needle-shaped crystals of monosodium urate from serum or synovial fluid. There is joint effusion containing numerous polymorph macrophages, microcrystals of urate. Acute gouty arthritis is predominantly a disease of lower extremity affecting most commonly great toe. Other joint affected in order of decreasing frequency are the instep, ankle, heel, knee, wrist, finger, and elbow. Chronic trophiceous arthritis. Recurrent attack of acute gouty arthritis lead to progressive evolution into chronic arthritis. The deposits of urate encrust the articular cartilage. Tophi in the soft tissue. A tophus is a mass of urate measuring a few millimeter to few centimeter in diameter. Tophi may be located in the periarticular tissue as well as subcutaneously, such as on the hand and feet. Tophi are surrounded by inflammatory reaction consist of macrophages, lymphocyte, fibroblast, and foreign body giant cell. The renal lesions, chronic gouty arthritis frequently involve the kidneys. Three types of renal lesions are described in the kidney. One is the acute urate nephropathy, chronic urate nephropathy, and uric acid nephrolithiasis. Pseudogout, or called pyrophosphate arthropathy. Pseudogout refers to an inflammatory joint involvement due to deposition of calcium pyrophosphate in the joint space. The condition is seen in middle-aged and elderly individual of either sex. The pain is usually less severe and involvement of big toe is rare. Cyst of ganglion. A ganglion is a small, round, oval, movable, subcutaneous cystic swelling of synovium. The most common location is dorsum of wrist, but may be found on the dorsal surface of foot near the ankle. It may be result of herniated synovium, embryologically displaced synovial tissue, post-traumatic degeneration of connective tissue. General examination shows a ganglion is a small cyst filled with clear mucinous fluid. It may or may not be communicate with the joint cavity and tendon where it is located. Microscopic examination show the cyst is well composed of dense and edematous connective tissue, which is sometimes lined by synovial cell, but more often has indistinct lining. There is another condition called bursitis. Inflammation of bursa is termed as bursitis. Bursae, a synovial line sac found over bony prominences. Bursitis occurred following mechanism of trauma and inflammation. General examination show thick wall may contain watery mucoid granular brown material. In microscopic examination, bursal wall is composed of dense fibrous tissue lined by inflammatory granulation tissue. The wall was infiltrated by lymphocyte, plasma cell, macrophages, and may show focal calcium deposits. This is my reference. I hope you enjoyed this session. If any query, mention it in comment box. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.